Forget turkey and chicken. We drowned a whole duck in whiskey butter, and it slapped harder than I expected. This is whiskey butter duck.
This whole thing starts with butter, not a pat, sticks. 3 minimum, because moderation's for salads. We're gonna let this melt low and slow, like it's taking a whiskey bath. Speaking of whiskey, go heavy. Enough to question your life choices, but not enough to call the fire department. We're gonna add pickled garlic, brown sugar, Old Bay, and we're just gonna continue to let this marry together. This isn't gonna be just butter, it's gonna be a flavor symphony in a cast iron pan. Meet the main character, a 4-pound duck that looks like it's ready for trouble. We're gonna pat it dry like it owes us money because moisture's the enemy of crisp. Then we're gonna get a sharp knife and score the skin in a cross-hatch pattern. Not too deep, but just enough to go through the fat. We're just gonna season this with some salt and some pepper. Get a lemon and stuff the cavity, along with some fresh rosemary. And now, the time we've been waiting for, our butter baptism. Tip: use a pan big enough to carry this entire bird and all the butter without spilling out. But now we go into the oven, 275 for 2 hours. First 30 minutes down, let's get a basting in. And we're starting to get that little bit of cook on our duck. Our skin is starting to get some color on it. So let's continue. This is where we're at after about 2.5 hours. We're gonna crank up the heat to 425 and make a quick glaze, but before we do that, we're gonna remove a lot of this butter, because if you have it in that heat, this butter will either burn, make a big mess, or just not work out. In order to make our glaze, we're gonna get a couple tablespoons of this warm butter, a couple tablespoons of some whiskey, a couple dashes of some chili powder, and a couple tablespoons of some honey. We're just gonna mix this all up until it's smooth and we have a little glaze. We're gonna brush this on and watch the skin shine like lacquered gold. We're gonna roast it at 425 until it gets crispy and bubbly. And this right here is why we waited. Skin like glass, fat like silk, meat that's just barely holding on. Let's cut through it and get this going so we can taste it. And this is what we've been waiting for all this time. I think it's safe to say we could plate this up. Moment of truth. You take that first bite and that flavor just hits your tongue hard. It's out of this world. That bourbon butter just melts into every square inch of that duck, making it super tender and very flavorful. It's sweet, salty, little bit smoky, and dangerous in all the right ways. Forget turkey, this is duck domination. Next time someone brags about their turkey, just smile because you know better. Bourbon, butter, duck. Fine dining that went rogue. Subscribe or I will personally drown your turkey in butter. We'll see y'all next time.